In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bets for Tuesday, February 11th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for our February 11th NBA slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsD. Don't forget about that Twitter at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 9.24 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every day. If you guys are already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now if you want to sign up for the Patreon and get more winning plays, remember that's down below in the description section, and you're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is not a community that's just about me. It is everyone in there, and they're going crazy in that Patreon. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and SIGNUP Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. First game up in United Center here, we have the Chicago Bulls 22-31 with the Detroit Pistons as 27-26. Looking at the current odds for this game here, we have the Pistons as road favorites here, -150 on the money line with the comeback of the Chicago Bulls at a +125. Point spread at a 2.5. Total points at 236.5. So this line about 30 minutes ago was at a +3.5. It has already moved and the games haven't even finished for Monday night. So cause of concern there that how fast this line is moving right now. We'll see. Maybe later. We'll see later tonight, early in the morning, if it becomes more of a pick'em here with the Bulls as being underdogs at home. All right. Public bet percentage right here. We have no data on the money line, but for the point spread, 71% of the bets, 75% of the money all over Detroit, but the line moved. So that's a big question mark right there already, and that's a huge red flag. 71% of the bets, 73% of the money for the over of 236.5. All right, looking at the injury report here for these two teams, we have the Detroit Pistons, Jaden Ivey, out until late March, and Chicago Bulls, they have Adama Sanogo out, Ayo Dosunmu game time decision, and Lonzo Ball is out. So we're just really waiting on news about Ayo Dosunmu. They're definitely going to need him in that starting lineup. Looking at these two teams here, the last 5 games, the Bulls have been struggling, losing back-to-back games and losing 3 out of the last 5. Pistons, a little bit of an upturn here, winning 3 out of the last 5 games here. But the Bulls are trying to fight back after losing to Minnesota and Golden State Warriors here. These two teams with the Pistons and the Bulls, this is the front half of a back-to-back. On Wednesday, they're going to be playing yet again. Okay, so this could be a spot here with the Bulls. Try to get some revenge. If we're looking at it so far with the series tied, Bulls took the first one, Detroit took the second one here. The total in that first game was 234 points. The second total here is 246 points, and we have the current total set at 236.5. So they really jumped up the total here. And if we're looking at the last 5 games, the total has gone under this number, as you see right here, 236.5, 4 out of the last 5 times. Okay, so this particular game, I'm going to go with the under on the 236.5, and I'm seeing the value on the home underdog here in the Chicago Bulls. So give me the +2.5. I wish we could get the 3.5. If you can find a 3.5, definitely get it right now. So take the points with the Bulls and sprinkle on the money line as well for the Chicago Bulls as home dogs. in Wells Fargo Center here, we have the Philadelphia 76ers 20-32. Going against the Toronto Raptors 16-37. Looking at the current odds here, we have the Philadelphia 76ers as home favorites minus 300 with the comeback of Toronto at a plus 250, spread at a 7.5, and the total at 225.5. If we're looking at the injury report here, for the Toronto Raptors, we have Jonathan Mogbo, game time decision, Grady Dick, game time decision. Brandon Ingram is out, who they just traded for. Jakob Poeltl is out, and RJ Barrett is out for the Raptors. Philadelphia 76ers still dealing with some issues. Eric Gordon, game time decision. Kyle Lowry out. Joel Embiid, game time decision. And Jared McCain is obviously out for the year. All right. Now, both of these teams here have been struggling mightily, losing 4 out of their last 5 games here. The Raptors losing 4 in a row against very good competition here, absolutely elite competition. New York, Memphis, OKC, and the Houston Rockets. All right, 4 tough opponents here for the Raptors. And they were playing really good basketball as of late and hit this little bit of a rough patch here. And we're waiting on some guys to come back for them. They just made the trade for Brandon Ingram. RJ Barrett's been out for a couple games, but they still have been a very feisty team. For the 76ers, it's just been really embarrassing. No shows against Boston. They barely beat Dallas, lose to Miami, who's really struggling mightily, get blown out by Detroit, and lose to Milwaukee. All right, this is a team here in the 76ers with a 7.5. They're giving 7.5 points to 76ers at home. This is a team that you absolutely cannot trust at all, and that is way too many points here. I don't care how many people are injured for the Toronto Raptors. As long as I see Scotty Barnes out there, we still got Emmanuel Quickly. Hopefully Grady Dick can give it a go here. I'm going to be leaning with the Raptors in the points. I think the value is on the side of the Raptors and the 76ers. Time in and time out, they have let down every single season. They've been poor. You have Joel Embiid whining and crying, and it's just really tanking this team here in the Philadelphia 76ers in this franchise. So Toronto Raptors plus 7.5 for the total of 225.5. Their last matchup was a couple months ago. That was 221. If we're looking at their last 5 matchups, they have gone over the total of 225 twice out of the last 5 games that they have met up here. But I do think that the Raptors will have a better performance scoring-wise, especially against this 76ers defense that's been really allowing a lot of points here. The reason why they only scored 87 against Houston is one of the top-tier teams defensively, especially at home. They really shut down offenses at home. That's why the Rockets have a very good home record. And I think Raptors bounce back here scoring-wise. So give me the over on the 225.5 as well. In Gainbridge Fieldhouse here, we have the Indiana Pacers 29-22 going up against the New York Knicks 34-18. Looking at the current odds for this game here, this premium Eastern Conference matchup, we have a pick'em essentially on the money line, minus 110 Knicks, minus 110 here for the Pacers as well. For the spread, it's leaning to the side of the Knicks at a minus 1.5. And then we have the comeback, obviously, of the Pacers at a plus 1.5. And then the total is at a very high 235.5. All right, looking at the injury report here for these two teams, the New York Knicks, Hakeem Dadiat is out. Josh Hart is a game time decision. OG Anunoby is a game time decision. That's a positive there. And Mitchell Robinson is out. For the Pacers, game time decision on Miles Turner, and Isaiah Jackson is out for the year. Looking at these two teams here between the Pacers and Knicks, both of them have won 3 out of their last 5 games. So pretty solid out of their last 5 matchups, getting some good wins and not embarrassing losses. These are all solid losses. Knicks lost to Boston and LA. That's respectable. Pacers lost to LA and Portland. Portland's been red hot as of right now. These two teams have already played twice this year, and this is the third and final matchup. That first game went for 221 points, and then 253 points in that second matchup here. And they set this total all the way to 235.5. Now they've reached this number in the last 5 games twice. So the last time in Indiana was that 253, and then about a couple months ago, Last year, it was at 239. So they've barely gotten to that number. So it's hit unders twice out of the last 5 matchups. I think there's going to be a better defensive performance here on both sides here. This is their 3rd matchup here between these two teams. They should know what to expect. So I'm going to lean towards the under 235.5 in this game. I understand how high pace the Pacers play basketball here. Knicks do have a solid defense, and I think that in this 3rd matchup is going to be more tightly contested. That's why you got the line here, pretty much a pick 'em. This is a coin toss game here. I'm going to lean towards the Knicks to get this one on the road, though. All right, so give me the favorite here in the New York Knicks to get this win. We have the public on the side of the Pacers, but the line is on the side of the Knicks. So Knicks on the money line, and give me the under of 235.5. Last but not least here, we have the Phoenix Suns here in Footprint Center, 26-26, going against the Memphis Grizzlies, 35-17. For the odds in this game, Memphis are road favorites, -140 on that money line, with the comeback of the Suns at a +120, spread at a 2.5, and the total at 237.5. All right, looking at the injury report here for these two teams, very nice matchup we got here on the Western Conference here. Grizzlies, Cam Spencer out, Johnny Davis out, Marvin Bagley the third is out as well. For the Phoenix Suns, Vasily Mijicic, game time decision, Grayson Allen, game time decision, Bradley Beal is out, Cody Martin is out, and Jalen Bridges is out. All right, these two teams, as you see in the last 5 games, the Suns have been struggling mightily. There was trade talks with Kevin Durant. Obviously, he has stayed. He declined that trade to go back to the Golden State Warriors. And this Sun team, again, for some odd reason, they've always underperformed. This trio has not worked. Bradley Beal is now out, and the Phoenix Suns are really struggling going into the All-Star break. Grizzlies, on the other hand, red hot, beating Houston, Milwaukee, Spurs, Toronto, and just got shown up by the OKC Thunder. They finally lost, and they ended their winning streak here. These two teams have already played last year in December. Grizzlies won by 5 points. That total was 229 points. This total here, they jumped it all the way to 237.5. All right, so this is a super high total here. They only went over this total in the last 5 games once. 237. We got 236. Nope, they haven't went over this total at all in their last 5 games. We have a 236 and we have a 229 the last 2 games. Okay, so this total here, I think it's a little bit too high. We're missing some key guys off the bench, especially for the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to lean towards the under on the total of 237.5. And for the winner, give me the money line on the Memphis Grizzlies here. I think this is a far better team, and I think the Suns continue to struggle here until they get everyone back healthy and get things going. Grizzlies on the money line and the under on the 237.5. Those are selections for the Tuesday slate. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or if you disagree. We can definitely debate about that. If you guys want to sign up for the Patreon and get winning plays, remember, the future for the NBA Finals is going to come out this week. All right, I'm going to post it this week. If you want to know who's going to be in the NBA Finals, you sign up right this second. Get connected. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is your boy, Chef D. I'll be back very soon. Peace out.